Oh my goodness, this is very loud. I might have made a very wrong decision to do this live in IFC. I'm just around the area. So, zero viewer. I usually do Periscope, but I thought I should really try doing YouTube live. Let's see if this is a good way to do live as well. My name is Cherry. I'm a photographer. A lot of people always ask me how I became a photographer. It's a question they ask me because I'm actually quite passionate with what I do. I always say, my company name it's my name because I want to put myself out there. I want my work to be the best I can do, so that I'm not hiding behind a brand. If things don't do well, I just change the name. I can't change the name. It's my business is my name. So finding passion, people say, how can you find your passion? My answer is really just go try things. People think maybe I just somehow wake up one day and think I love photography, but that's never really the case. I do a lot of things in life, but I have done them before, so I love teaching. Okay, I'm so sorry, this is super loud around here, but let's get closer. So I love teaching, and it's not like I sit down one day and think, I like kids, I like teaching, maybe I should just go teach. It's more about trying and opportunities that open up to you. It's like, those those musicians. There are a lot of my friends people who I have known, a lot of them don't really look like a musician, but they are. And then you ask them, well, when did you start? They said, I started when I was 3. My parents made me. If you're Asian, that's very much likely to be the case. If you're 3 or 4, your parents want you to pick up a musical instrument, and you pick up piano, violin, cello, one of those standards. And then you're made to play all the time. Was her name called Vanessa May? She is passionate with her music. But then she started learning when she was a kid. Did she really have a choice? She didn't really have a choice. It just so happened that she was made to learn music, and she was made to practice it all the time, to the point that she's so good at it and she enjoys what she does because she's good at it. It's first opportunity. You need to open yourself up to opportunities. I can hardly imagine anyone who has never had Thai food before and suddenly one day thought to themselves, I think I like Thai food. I don't know how it tastes like, but I think I like Thai food. It doesn't really happen that way. I think people need to really just try things. When I was younger, I was always criticized to be Chinese are so crude to the terms or description that they use. Chinese, I remember my uncle used to call me 张张都冇张雷. It means you have so many knives, but none of them are sharp. It's a terrible thing to say because I did really love trying many things. I don't know, I think up to me, not everybody have to walk through that journey. Some people, they think they love law, they studied law, they became a lawyer, and they love what they do and they're passionate. I had to go through that navigation or walk through life a little bit to find my passion. I started teaching just because I wanted money when I was 15. I started working when I was 15. I wanted money and I only had one skill. I could swim. I was a swimmer. That was the only skill I had. And I was paid, I thought it paid really well at that point when I was 15. I could do, either I could work in a restaurant for around, how much were we paid at that point? I think we were paid around $4 American an hour. My friends got paid $4 American an hour. And I got paid for, how much was it? I paid around 15 American dollars an hour. So I was paid a lot more than my friends. So that was the only thing I could do. And after 2 years of doing it, I was really good at it and I loved doing it. So when people ask me, how can you have so many jobs or career? I started all of them when I was young because I tried them. I think you need to expose yourself to many things in life to sometimes narrow it down. Sometimes it doesn't. Some people, 5 years old and then they watch TV, they saw someone cooking and they know that's what they want to do. But that's rare. I think that's really rare. I also thought I saw a receipt on this. I was like, oh my god, it's really burnt. It's not really fire. But I thought I wanted to be a chef, so I worked in a restaurant at my school. I worked as a prep chef. I hated it. I hated it with the deepest part of my being. I love cooking, but I hate all the preparation working in a professional kitchen. And I knew I cannot be a chef. I don't have the tenacity. I don't have the passion that carries me through to be something that would actually take a lot of time. So I think it's opportunity, and then you need to observe your feelings. When you found your passion, that doesn't mean that things will be easy. I know photography is my passion. There are difficult times. There are times when I feel like I'm not improving at my artwork. There are times when I struggle with sales. You know, all those things happen, and sometimes you have a lot of self-doubt. You think, am I good enough? Actually, that probably is the hardest thing. Am I good enough? But getting back into finding passion, if you're still in the quest of finding passion, I encourage you to keep on searching. A lot of people for example, on TEDx, I remember watching a video, a speaker said, do not find, I cannot remember the bigger picture of what she was saying, but I think what she meant, and I could understand that. She meant, you know, a lot of millennials or people keep on wanting to search for the passion. It's almost the argument of should you find the one, you know, looking for your soulmate. So many people are looking for that specific person who fits just perfectly with them. They're missing out on a lot of opportunities to meet really amazing people. I would agree to that extent of focus on the experience instead of sometimes the angle. I don't think passion is necessarily a thing. Passion is more a concept. I love photography. Photography happened to be my mean of expression, but I generally like connecting with people because even though I'm a photographer, I'm not a landscape photographer, I'm not an architectural photographer. So my main thing is I realize I love connecting with people. That's why it makes sense for me to teach, because I'm connecting with people. I love teaching photography as well. I have a chance to share my experience, I have a chance to understand people, and I have a chance to share my philosophy in photography. I love all those connections when we put people together and explore that authentic experience. So I think passion is not a thing, but a path, the concept of your brain. I would be really devastated if I cannot be a photographer, but I think I will be able to find jobs in the service industry where I serve people, because that's what I'm most passionate in, is serving people, connecting with people. I think I will always find jobs. So it is about a theme of what your passion is. To some people, it's definitely a thing. For example, my friend is a nature or adventure, not too sure, consultant. I don't really know how to put it. So it's almost like a thing, but her thing is to work with adventures, offering people special experiences. And she loves all the paperwork too. You know, just because it's your passion, it doesn't mean that it doesn't have all the boring things that come along. I also have to, chase clients down for money. I have to write quotations. I have to draft contracts. All those boring things. There's lightning around in Hong Kong. I have all my clothes on the washing line. So I definitely support people looking for passion. However, I support it as much as I support people looking for love, instead of sitting around waiting for things to happen. But then I support it to the point of getting to know people and be open-minded, meeting people and find out what is it about you in your life, what is the core of who you are that is searching for that one thing, instead of searching for that one person and searching for that one passion. I don't really think it works that way. It sounds a lot more sexy to think, you wake up one day and you realize there is your passion. Maybe it's cooking, maybe it's photography, or maybe being a pilot, being an awesome writer. I don't think it's that way. So what do you guys think? It's a blessing, a terrible thing to have 0 viewer when you're doing like. I like Periscope because when you're doing Periscope, you actually have I have a lot more viewers. But I guess I just have to really learn and endure of not having viewers when I'm talking. I am Cherry. I think a 10 minutes talk is a pretty good enough chat. Next time we can talk about how you can go about looking for your passion. I like this. Very sensitive. Very sensitive. I don't actually know if the mic can connect to the phone successfully, because on YouTube I cannot choose the mic. And that's pretty much it. And I will try Facebook Live and see if it's any better. That's so sad there's no one here. Bye for now.